In November 2024, Elon Musk, the visionary CEO of Tesla, stepped out of his car and into the hushed silence of Toyota's headquarters. He had been summoned, not invited. This was not to be a courtesy call, a friendly exchange between industry giants. This was an intervention. Tesla, under his leadership, had become synonymous with electric vehicles, a beacon of a sustainable future. But inside those impenetrable walls, a storm was brewing, a technological hurricane that threatened to dismantle everything Musk had worked for, everything Tesla represented. As Musk disappeared into the building, he couldn't shake off the feeling that he was walking into the lion's den. The future, once clear and bright, was suddenly shrouded in uncertainty. Stay with me until the end, because I'm about to reveal something that will completely change the way you see the future of cars. And trust me, you won't want to miss this shocker. Musk was ushered into a room that exuded an air of quiet confidence. It was a stark contrast to Tesla's frenetic energy. Around the table sat Toyota executives, their faces etched with a stoic calm. Musk met their gaze head-on. He knew the revelation would have far-reaching consequences. The world was watching. The meeting began without fanfare. A senior Toyota engineer rose and began his presentation. He spoke of innovation, sustainability, and a future free from fossil fuels. On the screen was an engine, sleek and almost alien in its simplicity. This was a revolution, not an incremental improvement. The engineer spoke of hydrogen, combustion, and unprecedented efficiency. The room was silent. Musk sat back, his mind racing. The impossible had happened. Toyota had leapfrogged Tesla with a hydrogen engine, a clean, efficient, powerful engine that ran on hydrogen. It was a paradigm shift. It challenged Tesla's battery-based future. Musk had been focused on the electric race. This was a challenge to his vision. He had staked everything on the electric revolution. Now it seemed to be slipping away. The world was on the cusp of a new era. Tesla's model felt outdated. Musk felt a surge of adrenaline. This was a new beginning, a new challenge to conquer. He had been here before. He always found a way to innovate. This time would be no different. The future of Tesla hung in the balance. The game had changed, and Musk was ready. The early 21st century witnessed the stirrings of a revolution, a quiet murmur that would soon erupt into a roar. Electric vehicles, once relegated to the fringes of the automotive world, were beginning to emerge from the shadows, fueled by growing concerns about climate change and the finite nature of fossil fuels. The world was ready for a change, a departure from the gas-guzzling behemoths that had dominated the roads for over a century. The time was ripe for a new era, an era of sustainability, efficiency, and innovation. In the heart of Silicon Valley, a group of engineers and entrepreneurs, led by a visionary named Elon Musk, dared to dream of a different kind of car company, one that would challenge the status quo and redefine the very concept of transportation. They envisioned a future where electric vehicles were not just a niche product for the environmentally conscious, but a viable, desirable alternative to gasoline-powered cars. This was not just about building better cars, it was about building a better future. The road ahead was fraught with challenges. The automotive industry, with its entrenched interests and decades-old infrastructure, was resistant to change. Batteries were expensive, charging infrastructure was practically non-existent, and the public remained skeptical about the viability of electric cars. But the team at Tesla was undeterred. Fueled by a shared belief in their mission, they pressed on, driven by the conviction that they were on the cusp of something truly revolutionary. In 2008, Tesla Motors, as it was then known, unveiled the Roadster, a sleek, all-electric sports car that shattered expectations and sent shockwaves through the automotive world. This was not the sluggish, impractical electric vehicle of popular imagination. The Roadster was a statement, a testament to the fact that electric cars could be fast, stylish, and desirable. It captured the public's imagination, and more importantly, it proved that electric vehicles could compete with, and even surpass, their gasoline-powered counterparts in terms of performance. The Roadster was just the beginning. Tesla's next offering, the Model S, was a game-changer. A luxury sedan with an unprecedented range and performance, the Model S redefined what an electric car could be. It was met with critical acclaim, earning accolades from automotive journalists and industry experts alike. The Model S wasn't just a good electric car, it was a great car, period. It shattered the perception of electric vehicles as compromises, proving that sustainability and luxury could go hand in hand. Tesla's success did not go unnoticed. The company's stock soared, making it one of the most valuable automakers in the world. Elon Musk, with his audacious pronouncements and unwavering belief in Tesla's mission, became a global icon, a symbol of innovation and disruption. Tesla was no longer just a car company, it was a movement, a force to be reckoned with. The electric revolution had begun. Tesla's success sent ripples of anxiety through the boardrooms of traditional automakers. For decades, they had enjoyed a comfortable dominance, their empires built on the internal combustion engine. Now they were faced with a formidable competitor, one that was rapidly rewriting the rules of the game. Tesla's relentless innovation, its focus on technology and sustainability, exposed the shortcomings of the established order. The giants of the automotive industry, slow to adapt and resistant to change, found themselves on the back foot. Governments around the world, spurred by growing concerns about climate change and air pollution, began to implement policies favoring electric vehicles. Subsidies were introduced, emission standards were tightened, and bans on gasoline and diesel-powered cars were announced. The writing was on the wall. The future was electric. Traditional automakers, faced with mounting pressure from regulators and consumers alike, were forced to act. They poured billions of dollars into research and development, scrambling to catch up with Tesla's technological lead. The race was on. Volkswagen, General Motors, Ford, and others announced ambitious plans to electrify their fleets, promising a wave of new electric models in the coming years. The automotive industry was undergoing a seismic shift, a transformation driven by the relentless rise of Tesla and the growing global demand for sustainable transportation. The future of mobility was up for grabs, and the stakes had never been higher. As the electric vehicle revolution gained momentum, a sense of euphoria swept through the industry. Electric cars were hailed as the panacea for all that ailed the planet, the silver bullet that would slay the twin demons of climate change and air pollution. But beneath the surface of this optimism, a more nuanced reality was beginning to emerge. The transition to an all-electric future, while undoubtedly necessary, was not without its challenges. The road to a sustainable automotive utopia was paved with unintended consequences. The rapid increase in demand for electric vehicles led to a surge in the price of lithium, cobalt, and other rare earth minerals essential for battery production. This created a new set of geopolitical challenges, as countries with large reserves of these minerals found themselves in a position of unprecedented power. The ethical implications of mining these minerals, often in developing countries with lax environmental and labor standards, also came under scrutiny. Moreover, the expansion of charging infrastructure lagged behind the growth in electric vehicle sales, leading to range anxiety and inconvenience for many drivers. The limitations of existing power grids also became apparent, as the increased demand from electric vehicles strained the capacity of electrical systems in many areas. The transition to an all-electric future, it seemed, would require a fundamental rethinking of energy production and distribution. Section 5. A looming threat, the seeds of doubt are sown. While Tesla continued to dominate the headlines, a quiet revolution was brewing in the labs of Toyota, a company renowned for its meticulous engineering and long-term vision. Toyota, while not as vocal as some of its competitors about its electric vehicle ambitions, was quietly investing in a different path, one that challenged the orthodoxy of battery electric vehicles. They believed that the future of transportation lay not in batteries alone, but in a technology that had been largely dismissed by the industry: hydrogen. Toyota's engineers understood that batteries, while a crucial part of the solution, were not without their limitations. They were heavy, expensive, and reliant on a complex and often ethically questionable supply chain. Hydrogen, on the other hand, offered the potential for a truly sustainable and renewable fuel source. By harnessing the power of hydrogen combustion, Toyota believed it could create a new generation of vehicles that were not only environmentally friendly, but also offered the performance, range, and refueling convenience of gasoline-powered cars. The seeds of doubt had been sown. What if Tesla's bet on batteries was wrong? What if hydrogen, not electricity, was the true path to a sustainable automotive future? These questions lingered in the air, casting a long shadow over Tesla's dominance. The world of transportation was on the verge of a paradigm shift, and the established order was about to be challenged once again. The stage was set for a showdown, a clash of titans that would determine the future of mobility. Glimpse into the future. The unveiling of Toyota's engine. The Toyota engineer, with a subtle flourish, gestured towards a prototype concealed beneath a silken sheet at the back of the room. The air crackled with anticipation as he approached, his hand hovering over the fabric. This was the moment Elon Musk had been dreading, the unveiling of a technology that could potentially disrupt everything he had built. The engineer paused, savoring the weight of the moment, then with a swift motion, whisked away the sheet, revealing a marvel of modern engineering. It wasn't the engine itself that was so striking, for it was surprisingly compact and unassuming. It was the elegant simplicity of its design, the absence of the usual tangle of belts, hoses, and wires that spoke volumes. This was a clean break from the past, a bold statement of intent. The engine gleamed under the soft lighting, its metallic surfaces reflecting the astonished faces of the onlookers. Elon Musk, his usual composure momentarily shaken, leaned forward, his eyes tracing the smooth lines of the engine, his mind already grappling with the implications of what he was seeing. "This," the engineer announced, his voice resonating with quiet pride, is the culmination of years of research and development, the result of our unwavering commitment to a sustainable future. This is the world's first commercially viable hydrogen combustion engine. The words hung in the air, heavy with significance. This wasn't just a prototype, a proof of concept. It was a production-ready engine, poised to disrupt the automotive industry. Hydrogen combustion, the science behind the revolution. The engineer launched into a detailed explanation of the engine's workings, his words punctuated by diagrams and technical specifications that flashed across the screen. Elon Musk, despite the turmoil in his mind, listened intently, absorbing every detail. He knew that to understand the threat, he had to first understand the technology. The engineer spoke of hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe, and its potential as a clean and sustainable fuel source. He explained how, unlike fuel cell technology, which relied on complex chemical reactions to generate electricity, hydrogen combustion was elegantly simple. This engine, he continued, tapping the gleaming metal casing, burns hydrogen in a manner similar to a traditional gasoline engine. However, instead of producing harmful emissions, the only byproduct of this process is water vapor. He paused, letting the significance of his words sink in. This wasn't just about reducing emissions, it was about eliminating them altogether. This engine, if it lived up to its promise, had the potential to revolutionize transportation, to usher in a new era of clean and sustainable mobility. Elon Musk, despite his reservations, couldn't help but be impressed. The science was sound, the engineering impeccable. Toyota had managed to achieve what many had thought impossible: a practical, efficient, and environmentally friendly combustion engine. This wasn't just an incremental improvement over existing technology, it was a paradigm shift, a fundamental reimagining of the internal combustion engine. Paradigm shift, the advantages of Toyota's breakthrough. The engineer outlined the advantages of Toyota's hydrogen combustion engine over traditional gasoline and battery electric vehicles. He highlighted its fuel efficiency, range, and quick refueling time. The cost comparison chart showed the hydrogen engine as significantly cheaper to produce. The silence is deafening. Elon Musk grasps the implications. A heavy silence descended as the presentation concluded. Musk, grappling with the enormity of what he had witnessed, realized this was an existential threat. Tesla's identity, built on battery electric vehicles, seemed to be crumbling. The game had changed, and he needed to adapt or risk being left behind. The ghost of innovation's past. Musk recalled the times Tesla had been underestimated and emerged stronger, but this felt different. It was a fundamental challenge to Tesla's premise. He had to discern whether Toyota's hydrogen engine was a genuine threat or a clever distraction. Toyota's unwavering pursuit, Kaizen, and the hydrogen dream. Toyota's commitment to hydrogen was rooted in their philosophy of Kaizen, continuous improvement. This spirit had transformed them into a global giant and fueled their quest for a hydrogen-powered future. They believed the time for hydrogen had finally arrived. Doubts and disillusions, the rise and fall of hydrogen fuel cells. Musk acknowledged the elegance of Toyota's solution but questioned its feasibility. Hydrogen fuel cells had failed to gain traction due to cost and complexity. The lead engineer clarified that their approach was fundamentally different, focusing on combustion, not fuel cells. A different approach: combustion, not fuel cells. Toyota's hydrogen combustion engine bypassed the complexities of fuel cells. It burned hydrogen directly, making it cheaper and simpler to produce. This approach challenged the assumptions of the electric vehicle revolution. Tesla's Achilles heel, the vulnerability of batteries. The engineer compared hydrogen combustion and battery electric vehicles, highlighting Toyota's advantages. Batteries were expensive, heavy, and reliant on a complex supply chain. Toyota's engine exposed a fundamental vulnerability in Tesla's business model. Shifting sands, the EV momentum stalls. The electric vehicle revolution was losing steam, facing unexpected obstacles. Sales figures painted a nuanced picture, with enthusiasm tempered by practical considerations. The industry was entering a period of introspection and reassessment. The allure of familiarity. Consumers hesitate at the electric threshold. Many consumers remained hesitant about electric vehicles due to range anxiety and the unfamiliarity of the experience. The limited range and scarcity of charging stations fueled anxieties. The transition was too disruptive for many, breaking from familiar routines. Infrastructure woes. The charging conundrum deepens. The lack of a robust charging infrastructure was a major bottleneck. Public charging infrastructure lagged behind electric vehicle sales. The charging experience was often frustrating and inconvenient. The price of progress. Battery costs continue to bite. Batteries remain the most expensive component of electric vehicles. The reliance on rare earth minerals created a volatile and ethically fraught supply chain. The high cost and supply chain issues made electric vehicles a risky investment. A viable alternative. Toyota's engine offers a compelling solution. Toyota's hydrogen combustion engine emerged as a potential solution to the limitations of battery electric vehicles. It was environmentally friendly, economically viable, and logistically practical. Toyota's engine offered a different path to a sustainable future, bridging the past and the future. The future of cars. Is this the end of Tesla? The automotive world watched with bated breath. Elon Musk, visibly shaken, emerged from the Toyota headquarters, the weight of the world on his shoulders. Tesla, the disruptor, was facing its most formidable challenge yet. The ground had shifted with Toyota's hydrogen revelation. Would Tesla double down on batteries or embrace hydrogen? The automotive landscape had been irrevocably altered. The future of cars was now a thrilling contest, a clash of titans. Would Elon Musk rise to the challenge, or was this the end for Tesla? Do you think Tesla can survive this challenge? Or is Toyota about to rewrite history? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to stay ahead of the biggest shifts in the auto industry, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this story is far from over. See you in the next one.